this is Dr. Lutero. We come here once in a month to, rub minds about what is going on, about our health, about education, different topics we come to discuss here. Today's meeting, the title is Parenting in the Diaspora. With me this evening, Reverend Canon Yemi Adedeji. Thank you so much, sir.
Most important thing for any one of us is to be able to incorporate the cultural background and narrative where we come from when we are bringing up the children. One of the mistakes I've made is that I didn't teach my children how to speak my local language. Why are you shaking your head? It's not my fault. Anyway, so now they are just trying to learn it, and I wish I have taught them. So they are desperate to learn the local language because that's part of their identity. So if you're raising children in diaspora, one of the things I'll say to you, use your language. Sit down to teach your children the cultural nuances, where you come from, your family, your everything, especially if you are born abroad, is absolutely important. Now, there are two types of you who are listening to me. There are those who brought children from Africa or from Nigeria here. You already given back to them in Africa and you brought them there here. And there are those who are born here. Make no mistake, they are two different kind of human beings. Totally different. Those who are born in Africa that you have brought here, already they are formed in their mindset in some of the things. And those who are born here, they have a different formative. So bringing the cultural narrative into both of them require understanding of what we are communicating onto them. And then there's also the aspect in which many of us put emphasis upon. If we are from bringing up children here, our mindset from Africa is that the child must go to school, they must study, they must go to university, they must do all of that. But excuse me, this new generation have a different perspective to education, because especially the Gen Z, the way they think, the way they engage, the way they embrace, it's almost like I want to achieve a lot and then I take education along. Because in our own age, it's like you got to be a doctor, you got to be a lawyer, you got to be an engineer. But if you are raising kids up in there, it's a different perspective in terms of how to understand first the gifts that is peculiar to those kids, and then encourage them through their gifts to be able to fulfill what they have. And then part of it is also the way you communicate with the children. When we are growing up back in Africa, they will say, don't tell your children everything. Don't let the right hand know the left. All sorts of things they tell us, which is all baboons. But we are now talking to the children where internet is there, all the sort of things that is there. You can't tell them, they know more than you think. So oftentimes you even say that, you know why they are growing up. They say, don't let a man see a boy and a girl in case whatever. Listen, statistics says a 5-year-old has seen more pornography than any one of you have seen. The thing your children and yourself are going to become is a function of the value you have determined from while they are young. So we have some family values: integrity, right? Being truthful, respect, so and many more. So they have values. So if any one of the children cross path it, even from when they are young, when I'm disciplining them based on the fact that you have crossed out of the value system that shapes us as a family. So any good parenting, any good marriage, any good children you see is a function of deliberate, intentional activity that the parents engage. It is intentional. It is not by let me go to work and come back and whatever. It is intentional. So the intentionality is the mistake most people do. Like I've seen many times. I've seen many of our Japa people who some are in prison, some they have a lot of police problem. As a pastor, I engage with them. Is that you want to discipline a child the way you discipline them in Africa? It's not possible. You're going to go to jail. So it's understanding what kind of discipline, because what they need basically is role model and mentoring. The first mentor any child should have is their parents. I should be able to mentor them into how they should be and become a role model. Because they couldn't find a role model and good mentoring in their parents, so they find a wrong role model and mentoring outside. And then when they turn bad, we are trying to correct what we did not put in place in the first instance.